Hello, how are you, brothers? Is everything okay? We met again in a new story. Before we start the video, all you have to do is hit the like button. As for new people, click subscribe to receive new updates. Now sit down, turn off the lights, put on your headphones, relax with yourself, and then let's go. In the hushed stillness of a moonlit night, the pregnant mother's world would soon descend into darkness. Little did she know that her peaceful suburban home, a sanctuary for her growing family, would become the stage for a nightmarish battle. As she nestled her unborn child and prepared for a night's rest, an ominous presence slithered through the shadows, its sinister intentions concealed by the veil of darkness. Join us as we unravel the chilling tale of a pregnant mother's terrifying confrontation with a home invader, a malevolent force determined to shatter her world and plunge her into a nightmare like no other. Brace yourself for a journey into the heart of fear as we delve into the unsettling depths of this harrowing story, right here on our channel of chilling tales and spine-tingling horrors. It was a quiet evening in our cozy suburban home. The setting sun cast long, eerie shadows across the room, creating an atmosphere that seemed to whisper secrets in the silence. I was heavily pregnant, just weeks away from welcoming our first child into the world. My husband, Mark, was away on a business trip, leaving me alone for a few days. The ticking of the old grandfather clock in the hallway seemed to grow louder, and the creaking of the wooden floors played a haunting symphony. The house, bathed in the dim light of a fading day, felt both familiar and strange. I wandered from room to room, the baby's room especially capturing my attention. It was a sanctuary of hope, decorated with soft pastels and filled with baby clothes and toys, all lovingly chosen by Mark and me. As I settled into bed early, the unease in the air became palpable. My mind wandered, as it often does when you're expecting a new life into your home. I thought about the joy and anticipation we had shared, the future we had planned for our little one. I remembered the look on Mark's face when he felt our baby kick for the first time, a mixture of awe and joy that still filled my heart with warmth. My hands gently caressed my growing belly, feeling the life within, a connection so profound it brought both comfort and concern. The worries of a first-time mother started to creep in. Would I be a good mother? Would I protect our child from harm? These fears lingered, amplified by the solitude of the empty house and the ominous stillness of the night. Mark had left me with strict instructions to keep all the doors locked and call for help if anything seemed amiss. I wanted to believe his reassurances, but the sound of every creak, every rustle in the bushes outside made my heart race. I reached for my phone, clutching it like a lifeline, just in case. The soft, rhythmic sound of the wind chimes by the window offered a touch of tranquility, but it couldn't dispel the unsettling feeling in the air. The familiar and comforting sounds of the house had taken on an eerie quality. I could hear the faint hum of the refrigerator, the occasional drip of a faucet, and the wind rustling the leaves in the garden. But beneath it all was a growing sense of disquiet, as if the walls held secrets and the shadows harbored unseen eyes. As I closed my eyes, the anxiety within me grew. Little did I know that this seemingly peaceful night would soon turn into a living nightmare, one that would test the limits of a mother's love and a woman's strength. And so, in the quiet darkness of my home, I drifted into an uneasy slumber, oblivious to the horrors that awaited me in the hours to come. As I drifted off into a fitful sleep, a myriad of thoughts tumbled through my mind. The darkness outside seemed to press against the windows, and the night held its breath. Every little noise sent shivers down my spine, making my imagination run wild. I heard the faint creaking of the floorboards, the gentle tapping of a tree branch against the window, and the distant hoot of an owl. These ordinary sounds now took on sinister undertones, and my heart raced with each one. I lay there, tossing and turning, unable to escape the feeling that something was amiss. The baby's room just across the hallway felt like a distant sanctuary, and my instincts urged me to protect it. It was as if an invisible force tugged at my maternal instincts, warning me that I was not alone in the house. In the dead of night, I heard it, an unmistakable sound from downstairs. Footsteps, soft but undeniably real. My heart pounded in my chest and I held my breath, straining to listen. The footsteps grew closer, and I knew that this was not just a product of my imagination. A shiver of fear coursed through my body as I realized that there was someone in the house. I clutched the baseball bat that I had placed beside the bed when Mark left and tried to steady my breathing. The voices in my head battled with one another. Should I investigate or should I hide and call for help as Mark had instructed? The steps grew louder, nearer, and my anxiety reached a fever pitch. I knew I couldn't simply wait in my room, paralyzed by fear. Summoning every ounce of courage, I slowly got out of bed, my heart pounding in my chest like a war drum. The wooden floor beneath my feet creaked with every step, adding to the terrifying chorus of sounds. Moving toward the doorway, I strained to hear more. My senses were heightened, and every rustle and whisper seemed to come from every corner of the house. With each passing moment, the realization that I was not alone became more profound. There was no mistaking it. My home had been invaded. As I peered down the darkened hallway, my thoughts raced. What should I do? The safety of my unborn child and myself was paramount, and I knew that confronting these intruders was risky. But I couldn't just hide and hope they'd go away. I had to protect what was most precious to me. With the baseball bat in hand, I steeled myself for what lay ahead. The chilling realization that my life had taken a terrifying turn now gripped me completely, and I knew that whatever happened next, I had to be prepared to fight for our survival. With the baseball bat clutched tightly in my trembling hands, I moved cautiously through the dimly lit hallway. Each step felt like a thunderous drumbeat in the oppressive silence of the house. The walls seemed to close in on me, and every shadow appeared to conceal a lurking danger. As I descended the creaking stairs, the feeling of dread intensified. I knew there was no turning back now. The footsteps I had heard had grown closer, and it was evident that I was not alone. The intruders were moving methodically through my home, and my maternal instincts urged me to protect our sanctuary. Reaching the bottom of the stairs, I found myself at the entrance to the living room. The darkness within was nearly absolute, and the air seemed thick with malevolence. I could hear whispers and hushed laughter, chilling me to the bone. The intruders had invaded my private space, my sanctuary, and I couldn't let them get away with it. Summoning all my courage, I entered the living room, my eyes adjusting to the dim light. There they were, two shadowy figures, their faces concealed by masks. They were ransacking my home, callously tossing aside cherished mementos and rifling through drawers. The audacity of their invasion sent a surge of anger through me. "Who are you? What do you want?" I demanded, my voice quivering but filled with resolve. The intruders froze, their eyes hidden by their masks, but I could feel their malevolent intent. They ignored my pleas, and one of them took a menacing step toward me. Fear gnawed at my insides, but I knew that I had to protect my child, even at the risk of my own life. With all the energy and determination coursing through me, I broke free from the clutches of the intruder who had lunged at me. My heart raced, and I knew that my only chance of survival was to make a run for it. Gasping for breath, I staggered to my feet and made a mad dash for the front door. Adrenaline lent me the strength and speed I needed, and I could feel the life inside me urging me to keep fighting, to keep moving. Every step was a struggle, but I knew I had to protect our unborn child. The intruders, undeterred by my escape, gave chase. Their malevolent intent was clear, and the darkness seemed to swallow them whole. The eerie silence of the night was shattered by the sound of their footsteps, each step drawing them closer to me. I reached the front door, my trembling hand fumbling for the locks. The seconds stretched into an eternity as I struggled to open it. Fear gripped me, and I could hear the approaching footsteps of the intruders. The door finally swung open, and I burst out into the darkness, the cold night air biting at my skin. The chase was far from over. I could hear the intruders giving chase, their malicious intent clear. My heart raced as I ran through the darkness, my heavy pregnant belly weighing me down, my breath coming in gasps. Every step was a struggle, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't let them catch me. The neighborhood, once so familiar and safe, now seemed like an alien landscape. I reached the neighbor's house, pounding on the door with all the strength I had left. Tears streamed down my face as I prayed for someone to answer. for help to arrive in time. Thankfully, our kind neighbors opened their door, their faces filled with concern and shock at the sight of me, breathless and terrified. They called the police, and together we watched as the intruders, still shrouded in darkness, retreated into the night, vanishing like ghosts. The police arrived, and an investigation ensued, but the intruders were never caught. I moved away soon after, determined to create a safer environment for my growing family. The scars of that horrifying night would stay with me forever, a constant reminder of the lengths a mother will go to protect her child. As I share this story with you, dear listeners, I hope it serves as a chilling reminder of the importance of home security and personal safety. It's a tale of survival, one that continues to shape my life and the way I view the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through my chilling encounter. And remember, in the face of danger, the human spirit can be an unbreakable force. This night, my fight against the home invasion is a story I've never shared before. It was a terrifying experience that left a permanent mark on my soul. I hope that by sharing it with you today, I can raise awareness about the importance of home security and personal safety. Thank you for joining me on this journey through my chilling encounter. And remember, in the face of danger, the human spirit can be an unbreakable force. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more stories like this, and stay safe out there, my friends.